Hi, today we're going to be talking about CFA Level 2, a more comprehensive look at CFA Level 2. I want to cover a few things. First, what is the change in eligibility requirement? Then talk about the CFA Level 2 prep, primarily contrasting this between CFA Level 1 prep and CFA Level 2. Then we will quickly talk about the windows, the examination fees and all of that, right? So let's jump into it. The first thing is the change in eligibility for CFA Level 2. I think this one is very recently. The CFA Institute has kind of relaxed the CFA Level 2 eligibility requirements. As usual, you should have passed the CFA Level 1 exam to be able to take CFA Level 2. But in addition, you needed to be a graduate previously. Now, the CFA Institute is saying that all you need to do is be in your college 11 months before your graduation to be able to sit for the exam. That is, you could be in your final year, which could be a third year if you're pursuing your 3-year program like a BCom in India, or a 4-year if you're pursuing a Bachelor's of Science in US, or if you're doing an engineering program in India. So this would be your 4th year, right? So either way, this is your final year. You can sit for Level 2. This is actually a game changer. You can finish almost all of CFA by the time you graduate. So someone who is sitting for CFA Level 1 in the 2nd year, and if there's a 3-year program, they can sit for Level 2 in the 3rd year, then prep for Level 3, and then take Level 3 right after they graduate. So this is just a game changer in terms of how quickly you could potentially become a charter holder. All right, so now that out of the way, let's talk about the more important part of this video. Why is CFA Level 2 so difficult? Rather, why are so many students failing despite clearing CFA Level 1 just now, right? So people who sit for CFA Level 2, they went through the rigor of clearing CFA Level 1, but still the pass rate is similar, or conversely the failure rate is still similar. So for CFA Level 1 in August 2023, almost 70%, right? Not 70, that is the exaggeration, 63% fail, right? So 37% pass, which means they filtered out 67 out of 100 students and only 37 got through CFA Level 1. These people studied 10 topics. And then when they take Level 2, they still have a failure rate of close to around 60 to 65%, which is mind-boggling, right? You already know what the CFA Level 1 is, so why are you struggling with Level 2? In my opinion, the main reason is how you prepare rather than just not being able to pass CFA Level 2 because it's difficult. It is probably a little bit difficult, but it is more to do with how you prepare. So when you think about learning, we can think about it in multiple steps. The first step is just remembering certain key concepts, right? And then you can look at it as understanding that concept. Remembering is, okay, what is Gordon-Growth formula? What is the equation for DuPont, right? You know the formula, that is remembering. Then the next step is to understand what does it mean, right? That is understanding. Then post that, after understanding, you really get into applying that application. And then the higher levels are, you can think about as analyzing, evaluating, and even creating. So in Level 3, you create an IPS, an investment policy statement, right? But the start with a lot of people in Level 1, folks from India often are good at remembering things. They can memorize a lot of formulas, they do that. So they are able to clear CFA Level 1. But when it comes to CFA Level 2, the questions are rarely about remembering. It's about applying, right? Understanding and applying. And that is an area where some of the students don't make the switch going from Level 1 to Level 2. Okay, so think about this. So when you are studying for Level 1, see how this concept can be applied. Even though you might not get as a percentage a lot of application oriented questions in Level 1, it is going to help you a lot, and it is also helpful in remembering things. So it will also obviously help you answer the questions in level 1 that are going to be understanding or remembering based. Okay, so CFA level 2, when you are preparing for CFA level 2, give enough time to go in depth. So not just remembering. So if you just do the last, so we don't offer a condensed program for level 2 because that is not how CFA level 2 has to be prepared. CFA level 2 is about understanding and then applying the concept. All right, hopefully that's something that you are able to understand now, that level 2 is quite different in terms of how you prepare. So the third part, just about the examination windows and the fees, which is very similar to part 1, except that is one window less. They don't have the Feb window, so you will have the, for level 2, the August, November, and then the May. So now if you're enrolling, all our level 2 candidates are enrolled for the, or thinking about enrolling for the May, and if you enroll within the early enrollment deadline, you get it for $940. Otherwise the standard fee for the exam is $1,250 USD, which if you are in India, an Indian student candidate, then you will also have to pay the GST. So it will come to something around $1,550 or around 1.25 lakhs. This is standard, but if you do the early enrollment, it should come to around 1 lakh. Okay, hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions preparing for CFA level 2, do let us know. All the very best with your level 2 prep.